When choosing a place to settle down, you can consider several factors such as education, climate, or employment opportunities. Another important consideration is affordability. What is the cheapest state to live in? According to worldpopulationreview.com, Mississippi will be the state with the lowest cost of living as of August 2022. Magnolia State's cost of living index is 83.3. The cost of living index measures the average cost of living in the U.S. as a baseline of 100, says worldpopulationreview.com. When a state has over 100 population, the state's cost of living is higher than the national average. Conversely, states with a cost index of less than 100 are below the national average. The average price of a single-family home in Mississippi is $140,818. And the average rent for a two-bedroom apartment is $777. Her family of four in Mississippi has a median income of $70,656. Although the cost of living is low, nearly one-fifth of Mississippi residents live below the poverty line. The state has one of the highest poverty rates in the United States, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. What is the cheapest state to live in? According to worldpopulationreview.com, the top 10 cheapest states to live in are Mississippi, 83.3. With a cost of living index of 83.3, Mississippi is considered the lowest cost of living state in the United States. It also has the lowest average housing cost in the nation at 33.7, below the national average. A medium-sized family home costs about $140,818. Apart from that, the state has the highest poverty rate in the country, with 19.5% of her population living below the poverty line. A poor education system and overall poor quality of life, combined with economic problems, places Mississippi high on the list of the worst states to live in. 2. Kansas, 86.5. Kansas has the second lowest cost of living with a score of 86.5. Housing is particularly affordable, with them ranking as the third cheapest housing cost in the country, with the average cost of a single-family home being around $176,898. The state's unemployment rate is also the lowest in the country, boding well for the economy. 3. Alabama, 87.9. Alabama the Beautiful ranks third for lowest cost of living with a cost of living index of 87.9. The average home price here is $170,184 for him, the second lowest for her after Mississippi. He has one of the highest rates of people living below the poverty line, while also having the lowest transportation and health care costs in the country. That being said, the unemployment rate is very low for her at 2.9%, which is a good sign. 4. Oklahoma, 87.9. Oklahoma is fourth on the list with an overall score of 87.9. He's also one of the cheapest states in several categories, including healthcare, groceries, and housing. The average home price in Oklahoma is $151,469. The state also has the highest poverty rate in the nation at 15.1% and typically ranks alongside Mississippi in health care and education. 5. Georgia, 88.8. With well below average housing costs and low transportation and utility costs, Peach State ranks fifth with an overall score of 88.8. The average cost of a single-family home in Georgia is $246,272. Georgia also tends to rank slightly higher on lists of good states to live in, with Atlanta continuing to exist as a southern business hub. 6. Tennessee, 89. Another southeastern state, Tennessee, ranks as the sixth cheapest country with a score of 89.0. Home prices in the state are just below the home prices of its southern neighbors at $230,253, the median single-family home price. Although the poverty rate is high at 13.8%, the unemployment rate is still below the national average at 3.4%. A unique attraction of Tennessee is that there is no state income tax on earned wages. 7. Missouri 89.8. Missouri ranks 7th cheapest with an overall cost of living index score of 89.8. Neighboring her two of the budget siblings, this state has an average single-family home cost of $194,226, making it a great compromise if you're torn between the South and the Midwest. 8. Iowa 89.9. Iowa has a slightly more Midwestern feel and ranks as the 8th least expensive state with a score of 89.9. Unlike many states on this list, Iowa's poverty rate is below the national average at her 11%. The average cost of a single-family home is $167,036. This sleeping state also ranks her 9th on WalletHub's list of best states, and its strong economy and education system ranks it by far among the cheapest states. Increase. 9. West Virginia, 90.5. A country with all highways connected, West Virginia ranks 9th on the list with a cost of living index of 90.5. This Appalachian state is one of the cheapest places to buy a home, with an average single-family home price of $117,639. Despite good quality housing, West Virginia is often cited as one of the worst-performing states after Mississippi due to concerns about economic growth and the education system. 10. Indiana, 90.6. Rounding out the top 10 is Indiana with a score of 90.6. While all costs are rated below the national average, housing costs in Indiana are the main draw, with the average single-family home costing $185,805. Overall, Indiana ranks high on the list of best states to live in the middle of the street, but also has one of the lowest unemployment rates in the country at 2.2%.